you all can hear me, you all can get started for this week's meetings, inshallah. Hope everyone in good health. And আমরা যারা রোজা রাখতেছি, hope you making lots of dua for each other, inshallah. Okay. So I think we are letting, I know it's a little bit late, 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes already now. But we should allow maybe another minute and see anybody else wants to join. So we can get this today's session get started, inshallah. Let's see if we can place this. Okay. Let me get started today's session. Okay. Close this. Okay. For today, before I start, let's ask a Q&A first for the next 3, 4, 5 minutes. That gives enough time for the rest of you all join and settle down. So I am wondering if anybody is facing any issues on Google Doc. We will do one more session on Google Doc and then we can move back to QB. Plan is next week we will do a little bit more extensive QB, a little bit more today after the Google Doc as well. And then we can go maybe after Ramadan, after Eid, maybe we can start on Zoho, because those two software we plan to get a good hold with it. Okay. Both software will interface with a lot. Nowadays it's Google Doc. There are other this type of online free documentation available as well, but it's I say about 99.9% using Google Doc heavily. Okay, so today I wanted to start with a full life cycle of a project. So if you see how a project being done, or a client runs his company or his small business, and then where is the accounting in this part. Okay, so I will go through that process, but before we start, on our last session, I know we have asked everyone to start creating some Google Doc and share with us. I know you all did that, so if you are not there in the list, let me go and open up real quick. We go to drive.google.com, right? And we go to, I have several other folders. Let me pull up the one class record. No, not this one. Under Sanawil Academy. Okay. Programs, tutorials. So tutorials, accounting, digital accounting. Let's see how many people in this document share. So I know Paplu updated time to time, and I'm gave you guys access to it. So several other, Shiplu also updated some of the documents. So if anybody's file is missing, I would request our core team from this share group that has access to it. Please keep an eye on if anybody finished any work. This is mashallah really good. Okay, so please check if your name is in the not there and you finished your job. I may have looked at it through the WhatsApp group, right? I may did not check, because sometimes I'm also traveling or I'm also driving, so I'm not in my desk. So I usually looked into through my mobile devices, so I may not update it myself. So please, if you don't exist there, it's very important that you put it in there. In future, people who are doing the homework, who has the time, if it is, আমাদের যদি better বলে হয়, so like you have to be available and you have to be resourceful. That too need to be work together, right? Not only that, আমাদের তো US time হচ্ছে গিয়ে এই মুহূর্তে যেমন ডে টাইম, তাই না? 8 to 5 people will be busy, which is maybe 7 to 4 your time at night time. So also that will be an issue. If there's something you can help, we will look into some intern type work that helps us to get industry specific experience. Okay, so if anybody is interested, what you can do on my next visit, you need to add, I would tell our core team to okay, let me go ahead and add this log file class records. Okay, this is good. The links tutorial, I'll get back to this in a second. On log file, I would ask here email ID, and then let me do something real quick. So you can call this a comment, making some comment, which is fine. Okay, and this one I'm going to say tested for and not only this, I want to know this data, and I also want to know AVAILA. Availability. Availability where you would say, I'm available nighttime, something like that. I'm going to put a comment for some persons as well. So, I mean, if anybody has any comment, like Brother Bashar has comment in here, right? He's saying his document or he's not being updated in here. So please resend it. And for now, don't need to drop in, this WhatsApp group. For now, you can come to this group, and then on the comment section, go ahead and put the comment. So I will ask one of our editor for the Google Doc to find this document and update it. If you don't find it, you can always do a WhatsApp search. If you already posted in here, go ahead and search it. You should be able to find this document and then update to the Google Doc. Okay. Are you availability? Let me put this one here. Let's say 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, I want to know this data. If you can, next time please ask one of the editor for able to edit. Okay. Ashraf has a question mark. I don't know what is it means. Please join the group, and then right now we are in the meeting. Meeting started, and the session started. Please comment in here, and we will be able to answer, inshallah. I am going to ask, anybody can mute or anybody can talk right now for next 3-4 minutes before we start the today's session, inshallah. Do you have any questions, any difficulties you are facing creating Google Doc? Omar Sani Chaudhary has, okay, never mind. If you raise your hand or if you ask any questions, I will be able to answer. If there is any difficulties. If not, I will start the session shortly. Okay, so I did not see any hand raised, so we are good. Let's move forward, inshallah. So today, আজকে আমরা একটা real life experience করি আমরা একটা, হ্যাঁ? So I'm gonna go to maps.google.com. So this is, as you can, this is in it usually map.google.com points to my area that I live, right? It's in Plano, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. So this is the DFW Metro, we call, or Dallas Fort Worth Metro. So DFW Metro is a Fort Worth right here, and Dallas is here, and we live right here in Plano. Okay, so this is the metroplex that I am in, and I'm sure the majority of you join from northeast Bangladesh, and that's fine. So we look at it a real life project. To do that, I wanted you to get familiar with this map first, okay, and then what we're gonna do. I'm going to put an address here, okay, with 110 Skillman Street. So this is one of the address, says, Dallas, Texas, right? So I am able to find the Skillman Street, the address that I'm looking for, okay? And this is how it looks like. It means 8110 Skillman Street, Dallas, Texas. I wanted to go to GPS or, like a real a navigation view, okay? Satellite view, so you can see what is going on. So this is a complex. I'm going to bring you something within this complex, okay? This complex, apartment complex, has about 202 units, okay? Let me see if I can go a little bit further this way. Okay, yes, this is it. So okay, so as you can see, right there. So you see, this is a gated community. This has 202 units, and this land right here, okay, this land is empty right now. This right here in front of those buildings, there is a good strip of land, and there is a parking lot and now building. So in between road and the fence, and then that building behind is way too distance, okay? The reason is there was another building like this, full building right here. That building got burned down, okay? So building caught a fire and it burned, okay? Someone asking question. Difficult what? I mean, I didn't understand. Acha, ekhane ke join korse, naam Tipu. He's saying this is his first time. So just stay with us, at the end, ask questions, what difficulties you are having. To amra chesta korbo to answer you back. So this is a complex here. One of the complex has many buildings. Each building has 14-15 units. Okay, one of the building caught fire and it got burned. So insurance actually, trying to pay back or did pay a little bit money for now. They asked it to rebuild. So this is in the America, Texas, Dallas suburb, okay? এবং এই কমপ্লেক্সের একটা বিল্ডিং পুড়ে গেছে। যখন এই কমপ্লেক্সের যারা বোর্ড মেম্বার আছে, I am one of the board member. I have some units there, and we put ourselves in charge to rebuild this building, right? To do that, now I will go to the software, and then I will start a good process how this is being done in here and how accounting plays a role in here, okay? So we're gonna go to Drive again, and then I'm going to pull this area. This place name is Windtree, okay? This complex name is Windtree, okay? So I'm gonna go to, I have a folder named Windtree. So on that Windtree, what we have, okay, that the building, there are buildings, as you could see, there are buildings, and then each building has a name: building A, building B, building C, building D, and so on. This building that got burned, its name was building G. So, and they wanted to rebuild this building with 14-15 units, whatever unit that was in there. So when I became the board on this one, they put me in charge with my construction experience. They said, okay, there are 7 board members, there somebody else take care of the maintenance, somebody else take care of finance, and all that. We are just in charge. We collect the HOA fee. Bangladesh is যেরকম building গুলাতে সব এখনকার ঢাকা শহরে সিলেটেও হয়তো আছে, people pay, right? People pay monthly একটা dues. So you only have maybe guard and little bit maintenance and elevator and this and that repair. That building take care of it. Most of the inside take care, you do it yourself. But here in USA, in a complex master plan community, they onek beshi take care করে. They take care the combined water, gas bill, and little bit of landscaping and other work they do. So whenever, and do a combined insurance for the entire community. So when there is a disaster happens or something, insurance covers for it, right? So insurance is behind to finance it, just to let you know. And this complex has a board member. So 7 board member, from president to treasurer to secretary, different board member in there, right? So our job is to take care some, there are many work in the community, and we do it for free. Don't think that we get paid for to be a board member. Only the difference is when you are a board member, you have the right to execute a lot of things in proper way with communities vote and communities yes or no. No, depends on yes or no, right? Majority agreed to it, and then you move forward. So I have taken this job, as rebuild it as a board member. They put me in charge for it, right? So what first thing I did, I put building G construction folder together. Under that, okay, so the way it works, you always, report back to the board weekly. And what I do, I go to the bid, created a bid folder, and started to allow different builder. I started to call, and I started to publicize that anybody, the construction company or general contracting company or a builder company can bid and to help us rebuild this building. Okay, so alhamdulillah, long story short, we have found many builders and people that sent us proposal, and they wanted to build. And to build a building, we want to see exactly breakdown and how you're going to build it, how much is going to cost. So there are many bid came through, right, to build all that 14-15 units, whatever it is, right? So as you can see, all this is very important to understand. So this is for a business. What are they going to do? How are they going to do? How much is it going to cost? How long will it take? All this is being laid down in a contract, right? And thus, we have more than one bid. Rocket has a bid. So other firms also sent us bid. Okay, so based on that, what I did, I created a bid folder. Then under that, I created a bid summary folder. যেখানে আমি এগুলা ডাটাগুলা কালেক্ট করি, then I take the data and then I put it together for my board to look at it. So I needed an architect, and I found several architects, and I needed a builder. I found several builder, right? And architect is giving us different price to redesign this building. And then the builder also, I have 3 builders. It's actually, you see 3 builders, there are 3 or 4 builders and 3 architects. There were a lot more than bid happened, a lot more than that. I felt comfortable to deal with them. These are the filtered people. So if I'm trying to hire an intern for this job, maybe 4 or 5 of you could be interested. So same thing, I'll look at your strength, I'll look at your how resourceful you are. I'll look at it, your availability, right? And maybe a little bit of background and experience. So same thing in the builder side also. Out of 10 or 12, I denied some of them, and I felt like these are strong candidates. So I put it together like a bid summary. So it is, again, this is a Google Doc where I put some bid summary. What is the architectural cost wise? How much is it gonna cost? Okay, and then how are we gonna pay? So based on that, I felt these 3 candidates and 3-4 builders are strong candidates. So I decided to bring this to the board. Then I gave them a kind of snapshot or a summary report that even though this architect is 32,000, very cheap, looks like, okay. Then when I found out that a lot of extra stuff, he will not do it. Okay, it's not a full life cycle of an architect. Architected ভিতরে engineering work আছে, এবং architectural firm need to take full control of it. I found out that He's not gonna do it. This guy is going to ask me to go to the structural engineer, go to the civil engineer, and get survey and get this done, get that done, whatever it is, right? So even though his price is less, I didn't take him. This BBA, this price is too high, and he will get everything done, but his payment structure and everything is good, but it was high. Then I found another architect in the middle. So see, I didn't take the highest and I didn't take the lowest. I went to middle, and he had complete, coverage for me, all the engineering and all the other fees, and he will take care of everything for me. Okay, that's the architectural part. And then on the builder side, intriguing was this builder offered certain way, total money. This builder offered, okay, how many square foot? Based on that square foot, he decided to. Based on the square foot, he decided to give me a price. Okay, I'm gonna close this for a second. So entire board unanimously felt like go with the Green Home Texas. This is a company who is a builder, and his price, we liked it same as the other builder, but only different is, he's gonna do a builder finance. What is it means that until the insurance money or whatever, we can fund it. টোটাল প্রজেক্ট তো 2 মিলিয়নের প্রজেক্ট, আমাদের ব্যাংকে 800,000 টাকা আছে, 800,000 আছে, and we want to start this with that money, and this builder is willing to wait to get paid. Even his 50% that builder is finance, how is he gonna finance? How long he is gonna wait for us to pay him? All that he did clarify on the bid summary, in his proposal. So summary report আছে, কি আছে? We have a bid. All these builders and architects sent the bills, right? And by the way, this is the old plat. So এখানে আমরা সিটি থেকে এটা প্ল্যাট এবং এটা আমরা জোগাড় করতে পারছি, and this is what we sent to the builder and architect. আমাদের এটা রিবিল্ড করতে হবে। সো এটা যখন আমরা সিটি থেকে কালেক্ট করছিলাম, তখন এই যে এফকে আর্কিটেক্ট আমাদেরকে ব্রেকডাউন দিয়েছে, এখানে ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং ল্যান্ডস্কেপ যেগুলো রিকোয়ারমেন্ট আছে, মেকানিক্যাল, স্ট্রাকচারাল, আর্কিটেক্ট সব কিছু ব্রেকডাউন দিয়েছে। So alhamdulillah, we liked it, we went with them. Okay, so এই সবগুলার বিড সামারি থেকে আমরা যখন ডিসাইড করলাম যে okay, we're gonna go with this builder, Green Homes, right? And what we did, I'm gonna go look at it. Lone Star Green Homes, there is the Green Homes, right? And we found his contract. So here is his contract. Let me see if I can show in a PDF real quick. I'm not gonna show you a lot of details on it because it is a live project. So this is the Lone Star Green Home who won the bid, right? And he break down that, okay, first of all, what is his experience? Ki she build korse, she 37 home build korse, 112, townhomes, community in Garland, he's working on it, he said, and 47 single family, onek kaj korse she already, portfolio chilo. Then he gave us architectural free. He is going to be under his belt. FK Architect is going to do, but it is his total cost. Architectural fee among city অন্যান্য cost show সে আমাদেরকে এরকম প্রাইস দিছিল। Then actual construction সে এরকম 150 টাকা per square foot চার্জ করবে, $150 actually, plus his profit margin, everything he included, and then we signed the contract. Okay, and then what he did, he told us that on payment schedule, this is what the builder finance is going to look like. So he's saying, like, when I start, you pay me cash due up to this much, 978. So we went many back and forth with this. Okay, and then we finally went with this builder because at this level, it's going to cost 2.2, but he's going to wait for certain time to get paid after completion. And it's not just 90 days. If 90 days, then you pay this much. The proposal says if he waits for 1 year, okay, what kind of finance he's gonna do for us? So he gets paid even later, ek bochor ba 2 bochor pore he will get paid. If the building is up and running, by that time, we should be able to get the banking finance or whatever it takes to get there, inshallah. So that's the plan. So I wanted to show a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. 23 LSG. Okay. So I wanted to show you, like, whenever the bid is completed. Okay, this is Previous file that I showed you, this is, what is this? What is between? This is between client and the builder, okay? So client is getting this proposal and then finally they approved it, right? So builder said, this is the payment structure, and he showed us like, what he's gonna build, all the details, everything in his proposal and payment scale. Now, the second layer, okay, I hope you all understand so far, two process. It has to have a payment schedule and it has to have a proposal. In the proposal, you saw it. I think I closed it. This is a bid summary, right? And this builder right here, let me go back one more time. Windtree, building G, bid, and then I'm gonna go to Lone Star. And let me keep this open for now. Project proposal. So this is the proposal he sent us, right? And this is the payment schedule he sent us. We approved both of them, right? Now, okay, we approved both of them. Now, once the builder got the job, okay, what is he going to do and how is he going to do this project, right? He came back to this Google Doc again, and he's due, first payment, architectural work, what he did, and he already finished this job, just to let you know, okay? So this work is done, actually. Now he's at this level, he want to start this foundation, maybe in April 15th, we will start the foundation. I'm actually pushing it because I'm in charge. I'm চেষ্টা করছি এপ্রিলের 22 ঈদ হবে, এপ্রিলের 20 তারিখে he wanted to start, and I told him, okay, that's fine, you can start on 25th or even May 1st, but builder is eager to start. He wanted to start on April 15th, and actually I'm pushing it for 3-4 days or maybe a week, and he can start the foundation work, because once he start, I would just go once a week and see updates. Sometimes I will go 3-4 times a week, because if there are work and activity going on, all that. So city already gave him the permit to get started. Okay. So I will take you what is he exactly doing in the process. Okay. So let me go to real quick to the root Windtree, and then I would go. So I need to get out my drive. Okay. Windtree. Okay. Windtree LSG. Okay. And then this plan right here is what you need to take a look. Okay. So what he did, these are the things he already passed this plan. So what is he gonna build? Look, right now, can you see? This is very important to understand. So this is what he's submitted. This is how it's gonna look like when it's built. And we paid him 58,000. Within that money, he had submitted everything needed, how the unit's gonna be built, given the previous, this is a 1970s, 1978 build kora chilo. Then it got burned, right? Now, we cannot build exactly like that, but as close as possible. যেখানে যেরকম দৌড় ছিল, but because of city code has been changed, gas, electric, and plumbing, অনেক কিছু change হইছে আর কি. So it took a little while for city to approve everything the way it's supposed to be. So look, builder did all this work, right? And then he gave us all the details, and city actually approved it. Okay. So this is how electrical plan looks like. All this has to be submitted to the city. This is the foundation looks like, and all that, right? So, and what else builder has? So builder has his own folder, which is he sharing with us, and his process and what is he doing and all that, right? So in the budget folder, let's see, how is he paying, what is he paying and all that. Okay. So during this process, what happened? We found out that, there is a design issue. It is something that, let me give you a little bit more details. এইটা 2018 তে বার্ন ডাউন হয়েছিল 2019 এর বোর্ড what they did, they added 2 more units to it, to the original 14টা unit ছিল, they added 16টা unit আর কি, to the design wise. Then it became a problem because city did not oppose to it, but the community opposing that কেন তোমরা দুইটা extra build করতেছো, who's taking advantage of this and all that. So previous board could not answer those questions. There are some transparency issue happened, right? So we fired the previous board. We had a new election. সেই election আমরা যারা protest করছিলাম, we got elected. We came, and we found out true. That is, there are 2 extra building they're building, right? The unit they're building. So we said, you know what? If we everything redesign everything, it's gonna take another year to redesign it. We said, why don't we build it and we sell it in the market, whatever, because the market is really good in real estate. So we told the builder, don't change anything, keep that 2 unit extra. Okay, তাতে হইছে কি স্কয়ার ফুটেজ বেড়ে যাওয়ায় চেঞ্জ অর্ডার ছিল আর কি। So he said, okay, pay us more and I will build it for you. So when he did that, he sent us a new build schedule. This is his old one, 2.2. In asking for $2.8 million because there are some change order, there are some square footage changes. 12,320 স্কয়ার ফুট ছিল, হয়ে গেছে 15,420 স্কয়ার ফুট। So increasing square foot wise এখন বিল্ডারের কস্ট বেশি পড়বে। সো বলতেছে অরিজিনাল কস্ট যেটা ছিল, যেটা হয় আর কি হোম বিল্ডিং প্রসেসে হয়, 2.2 মিলিয়নের 28% ইনক্রিজ হয়ে গেছে। এইখানে you guys need to pay attention to Google Doc. So what he did, I said break it down for me and explain it to me. So এই জিনিসটা এখন আমরা বোর্ড থেকে রিভিউ করতেছি আর কি। সে আমাকে কাউন্টার অফার দিছে যে ঠিক আছে 28% আমাকে কস্ট না দিলেও হবে, আমাকে 25% তোমরা যদি দিতে পারো, I will give you this building finish up in 8 to 10 months. You will finish it. Okay. So আমি করছি কি, আমি এটা বোর্ডকে প্রপোজ করার জন্য, this is what I created. Okay, this is the builder gave me original price, এটা আমি ওই পেমেন্ট স্কেডিউল থেকে নিয়ে আসছি, ঠিক আছে। নিয়ে এখানে আমি বোর্ডের জন্য ক্রিয়েট করছি। What I did, I created for board, builder wants a 28% এবং এতে আমাদের কত কস্ট এক্সট্রা পড়বে আর কি। সো এটা এই এক্সট্রা কস্ট গুলো এখানে ব্রেকডাউন দেওয়া আছে আর কি। সো যেহেতু স্কোয়ার ফুটেজ বেড়ে গেছে, সেখানে 100,000 টাকায় হয়তো 128,000 টাকা লাগবে। হ্যাঁ, এখন তো আরো বেশি ফাউন্ডেশন লাগবে, আরো বেশি কংক্রিট লাগবে, আরো বেশি প্লাম্বিং লাগবে। সো এটার জন্য সে বিল্ডার ইজ আস্কিং 28%। হ্যাঁ, আমি যদি এখন কাউন্টার দেই তখন আমাকে বোর্ড বলবে তুমি যে 25% বলছো তাইলে কত টাকা আসছে টোটাল। So that's when I put all this number together. How did I do it? Very simple. First, I took the original number, then আমি এখানে আসছি, and then I came, the architectural part already, he agreed that he will not increase. The rest of his cost need to go up. Okay, he's giving us a lot of break. So এখানে যে কস্টটা বাড়ছে কিভাবে করছি আমি, হ্যাঁ, what I did, I came to this cell and I went to sum, and then I did this sum, and then I said, this cell foundation work times কত পার্সেন্ট বাড়তেছে, 28%, right? So I said the foundation work times 0.28, enter. If you do, you get like a 28,000. Now যেহেতু এটা 100-র উপরে 128% বাড়তেছে, so it cannot be 28%, should be 128, right? So that gives me a total increase. I didn't get the right number. Hold on, Control Z. Okay, I will go back to basically 1.28. So that's what it is. So D4 times 1.28. So that gives me a 28% increase on this work. That foundation work যে concrete আরো extra লাগবে, so সেটার জন্য আমার এই খরচ পড়বে। So I hope you guys are following me. So I'm going to pause for a second. I know I'm going too fast, but I want to explain back to some of the people that just joined back. We are doing a real life industry specific construction work and how Google Doc and accounting will help us to learn, life skill. Okay, so আমরা এখানে দেখাইছি কি, এখানে একটা ডালাসের একটা সাবার্ব, এখানে প্রায় 202টা ইউনিট আছে, প্রায় 15 না 16টা বিল্ডিং আছে। হ্যাঁ, একটা বিল্ডিং এ 14 থেকে 15টা ইউনিট ছিল, এখন আসলে 16টা ইউনিট রিবিল্ড হবে। ইটস কল্ড বিল্ডিং জি, ওয়ান অফ দি বিল্ডিং গট বার্ন, সো ইট ইজ রিবিল্ডিং, দে আর রিবিল্ডিং দিস বিল্ডিং, রাইট? And to do that we took many bids, we took builders and architectural bills, and finally we decided to go with a builder came up with a payment schedule, builder came up with a proposal, right? Once that is signed by both parties, right, then we decided, okay, we're going to start building it. Okay, so builder, first thing he did, he designed everything. Excuse me. So builder, architectural part done. When he finished the architectural part, extra, there are some 2 units in there. We said, don't remove it. There was in the previous one he picked up from. City already has the approval of it. So we said move forward. আমরা যদি এখন প্রথম থেকে রিডিজাইন করি আরো 1 বছর সময় লাগবে. Let's move forward. এখানে দুটো এক্সট্রা ইউনিট আছে. Build it. We'll pay you for those 2 extra units. So এখন সে came up with, okay, this is where he stopped. He said to build you 2 extra unit is going to cost me 28%. So আমরা আগে 25% এর প্রপোজাল দিব এই থার্সডেতে আর কি. So আমাকে বোর্ড বলছে build it and show us, you know, what is the difference, what is the saving. 25% দিলে আমাদের প্রায় ৬৬,০০০ টাকা সেভ হয় টোটাল প্রাইস থেকে। 2.7 মিলিয়ন পড়বে, বিল্ডার ইজ আস্কিং $2.8 মিলিয়ন। সো আমি করছি কি, আমি ওয়াই 28% অরিজিনাল স্কোয়ার ফুট ছিল, বোর্ড বুঝতে চায় কেন বিল্ডার 28% বেশি চাচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ, তখন আমি বলছি অরিজিনাল স্কোয়ার ফিট ছিল 12,৩০০, নতুন স্কোয়ার ফিট হয়েছে 15,420। What's the difference? So very simple. I did equal sum of eta minus eta. So I have my net, right? And then আমার স্কোয়ার ফিট ইনক্রিজ পার্সেন্টেজ কতটা হয়েছে এটা আমি ম্যাথ করে বার করছি। তোমরা যারা বাংলাদেশে পাটিগণিত করছো, অ্যালজেব্রা করছো, ইউ শুড বি এবল টু ফাইন্ড স্কোয়ার ফুট ইনক্রিজ। এখানে আমাকে 29% আমি দেখছি স্কোয়ার ফুট ইনক্রিজ হয়েছে। এতে বিল্ডার বলতেছে 29% স্কোয়ার ফিট ইনক্রিজের জন্য আমাকে অ্যাটলিস্ট 28% তোমরা দিবা। হ্যাঁ, এখন আমরা রিনিগোশিয়েট করে বলতেছি যে ঠিক আছে, we understand, but তুমি তো অনেক বড় জব অলরেডি পাইছো, you are going to get this big amount, okay, and this is going to increase, give us some more break. So আমরা বলছি 25% এ ওকে অফার করব। অলরেডি বিল্ডারের সাথে আমার ভার্বালি কথা বলছে, হি ইজ গোনা ট্রাই হিজ বেস্ট টু গিভ আস এ 25% ইনক্রিজ। নেক্সট থিং হচ্ছে গিয়ে এই যে এক্সট্রা ইনক্রিজের জন্য প্রায় 560 টাকার মতো বেশি লাগবে আর কি। আই এম গোনা টেক ইউ এন্ড শো ইট দেয়ার। যাই হোক, এটা একটা চেঞ্জ অর্ডার প্রপোজাল বিল্ডার সেন্ট। হ্যাঁ, I don't want to give you too much details on it, but main thing হচ্ছে গিয়ে সে একটা চেঞ্জ অর্ডার পাঠাইছে আমাদেরকে with 500 this minus that. So what is this minus that? So I'm gonna call this the differences, okay? And in here, what is the differences from the original to this? Let's say if we go with the 25%, বিল্ডার কত টাকা বেশি যাচ্ছে, ওকে? সো এখন সে যাচ্ছে, I know he is asking 28%, he's not gonna get it, but if he gets 25%, you will agree with the client. We are the client, he is the builder, right? So 25% এ যদি agree হয়, what is the difference money he is gonna make? Okay, so it's very simple math, right? You do sum here, this is the sum, and then we're going to take this number minus, I'm gonna keyboard এর মাইনাস সাইনটা ক্লিক করব, গিয়ে আমি এখানে ক্লিক করব করে if I hit enter I get my differences. So সে $550,000 বেশি চাইতেছে। হ্যাঁ, so I'm gonna make it bold and I'm gonna make it bigger size so you can see it. So 550,000 increasing because of the square footage. Okay, so this is what we asking for it, and then how we gonna finance it? How is he asking this money upfront or end of the work or কতদিন সে ব্রেক দিবে? So এই কাজটা সে 90 days এর ভিতরে পে যদি করি, this is what he wants. So he's gonna do another lump sum, maybe আমাকে 575,000 পে করবা তোমরা যদি 1 বছর পরে পে করো, and so on. Okay, give me 1 second please. Okay, so far good. আমি একটা বিল্ডারের কমপ্লেক্স প্রসেস শুরু হইছে এবং this is where we are in the midst of understanding the accounting and some lots of number. এবং এই জিনিসটা আমরা কি করতেছি এখন, আমরা অলরেডি এগ্রি হয়ে গেছি 2.3 মিলিয়নে। আমরা বিকজ অফ 3,100 স্কোয়ার ফুট ইনক্রিজের জন্য প্রাইস ওয়েন্ট আপ 550। হ্যাঁ, প্রাইস অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওয়েন্ট আপ। সো লেট মি মেক দিস ডিফারেন্সেস, কন্ট্রোল এক্স, I'm going to put here control V. I move my differences in here and I'm going to say 25% difference এ 550,000 বাড়ে। So 28% difference এ কত টাকা বাড়ে? So I'm going to do again sum and then this minus this, and if I hit enter, now I have my new number. Builder was originally asking for 616,000 আমরা নেগোশিয়েট করে বলছি 550,000 আমরা রাজি আছি। এতে আমাদের সেভিং কত? প্রায় 50 আর 16 66,000 আমাদের সেভ হবে। সো দ্য ডিফারেন্স হচ্ছে কি, সি দিস ইকুয়াল দিস, remember I said previously 66,000 will be difference. So this is how we got the differences. Okay, so I will present to the board that আমরা 3% সেভ করতে পারবো নেগোশিয়েট করে। হ্যাঁ, 66,000 আমার সেভ হবে এবং টোটাল কস্ট পড়বে $2.7 million and builder will get $550,000. Okay, so that is the change order. Okay, now I will pause here, and he has all other communication that builder built, and he's gonna fill it up. The communication level, there are budget folder, cost of building. He has a lot of stuff, including in here, and how is he going to spend money and all that. So everything, all this folder has been laid out. Okay, so all this folder, he may ask if the client hires us, or let's say the builder hired us to do all this work for him, right? It could happen. And if it does happen, he's going to ask, I have an insurance, and before we pay him his first, after the architectural, now if we start the work, okay, now we're going to ask him, go get your insurance. What happens if somebody fall, and during the construction time, if there are issues, the builder need to be covered by an insurance. So builder told me that he's going to get a $2.5 million insurance, and then it will cost him this much money. Okay, we are not paying for it, builder paying for it. Okay, because he's charging me $2.8 million, but I'm not going to give him any more money, construction money, until he gets the insurance. So he did. He got the proposal. He will activate as soon. Let's say tomorrow we cut him his first check. ফার্স্ট চেকে আমরা কত টাকা দিব? আমরা দিব অলরেডি আর্কিটেকচারের কাজ দিয়েছি, ওইটার জন্য তো ট্রিপ অ্যান্ড ফল এবং কোনো ধরনের সেফটি ইস্যু না। বাট এখানে কিন্তু ফাউন্ডেশন ওয়ার্ক শুরু হইলেই there will be safety issues, right? One second. Okay, so বিল্ডারের কোনো যদি ইস্যু হয়, বিল্ড করার সময় কেউ যদি পড়ে যায়, ব্যথা পায়, অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়, হ্যাঁ, we want to make sure that his insurance there and we don't get any of the blame. Everything should be covered during the construction time. So that's why you ask him to go get an insurance, which he did. He hasn't got it, but he's lined up everything. We have a meeting minutes, means like all the activity I want to see, what is he going on, ও কি সত্যি কাজ করতেছে নাকি, ভিতরের কাজের কোয়ালিটি কি হচ্ছে, সব কিছু we put it like this kind of folder. এখানে মাস্টার পারমিট আছে, এই যে সিটি অলরেডি পারমিট ইস্যু করছে ওকে, he went through all this process, and city is giving you at this value, doesn't matter, city তে একটা প্রজেক্ট করতে হলে construction cost lot more, but city doesn't care, তোমার কত টাকা 2 মিলিয়ন 3 মিলিয়ন কস্ট করতেছে, সে একটা অ্যাপ্রেজ ভ্যালু করে কেন, সিটি এইটার উপরে ট্যাক্স করে আর কি, সিটি অনেক কমের উপরে ট্যাক্স করে, হয়তো এইটা তো হয়তো আরো দূরে, সিটির একটু আরো দূরে এবং আইসোলেটেড এরিয়া হইলে এটা হয়তো 500,000 এটার ভ্যালু হবে। আবার যদি আমি যেখানে থাকি, আমি তোমাদেরকে যেটা শেয়ার করছি, এই ডালাস এরিয়া মিড এরিয়া, এত হাই এন্ড এরিয়া না, এটা যদি আবার প্লেনো এরিয়াতে হয়তো সিটি এইটাকে অ্যাপ্রেজাল ভ্যালু করতো $3 million. So cityর ট্যাক্স ভ্যালু ইজ ডিফারেন্ট, দিস ইজ এ ট্যাক্স ভ্যালু, এটার উপরে সিটি ট্যাক্স করবে আর কি, ট্যাক্স প্রপার্টি ট্যাক্স দিতে হবে এইরকম ভ্যালুর উপরে। So এর জন্য সিটির ভ্যালুটা ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার, বাট মেইন ইম্পর্টেন্ট হচ্ছে গিয়ে 8110, remember I said building G, city has that code, floor 1 কত স্কয়ার ফুট হবে এবং এটা কি মাল্টি ফ্যামিলি ডুয়েলিং, all this explanation is there, what kind of zoning, lot of code in there. Okay, এটা বিল্ডার বুঝবে, এটা আমাদের লট ব্লক কি, এত কিছু জোনিং কি, এত কিছু আমাদের বোঝার দরকার নেই, বাট আমরা ফাইলটা কালেক্ট করে আমরা এটা ফোল্ডারে ডাম্প করে দেব। ফোল্ডার থেকে কখনো আমাদেরকে বিল্ডার হয়তো জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারে টু আওয়ার অ্যাকাউন্টিং টিম, can you go get to my folder and find this and that items and take care of it or do certain things, right? So he may ask that for us and we will take care of it as it comes. So once this is done, right, what he did, I will give you, he didn't do the QuickBook. Let's see if I have the access real quick and if I can take you to Zoho. And this is where he would ask his accounting firm or the accounting employee to accounting employee to take care his accounting part of it. What is going to do? So far, he's going to say, go to my payment schedule, look at my next payment, and then bill this. That's all he's going to say, bill it. Okay. So how are we going to do it? Okay. So we're going to come back here. We're going to go to the finance. And then let me see if I can find his account. 1 second. Because I'm part of it, so I know and I have access to it. So let me see. Control F. Okay. So we're going to go to Zoho. I'm going to exit from this account and see if I can get the other account in. So I go sign in. And I'm going to go this and then that and then sign on. Okay, so I logged into this account, right? And I went to Zoho. Remember, I said you're gonna have to create a trial version for it as well. And this trial is actually, there is no 30 days expiration and that. So real quick on this Zoho, I'm not gonna explain too much Zoho. আমাদের টার্গেট হচ্ছে কি ঈদের পরে আমরা Zoho ক্লাসটা নিব আর কি, কিন্তু a builder wanted to use Zoho, so that's fine. We go to the finance and then we go invoice. And that invoice, what he did, so we go to the invoice, and then you see there is an invoice, okay? And this has been Lone Star Green Homes, okay? Billing to who? So let me look at it, the invoice, how is it ready? And let me get a PDF version so you can see it better, okay? I hope everybody can see my screen. So builder, Lone Star Green Homes, finished the architectural work for 58,750. Remember the payment schedule? You see right there, 58,750. And then it's 58,750. And then we go to the invoice. And then he billed for what work? So you will be doing this part, okay? Architectural drawing starts, schematic design development, floor plan, elevation, including and city permit and stamp. Or কিন্তু city permit পাইছে, I showed you guys a city permit and stamp now পর্যন্ত এই টাকা আমরা দিব না। And he finished everything, and then he billed it, and then we paid him 58,000. After that যখন ডিজাইন হয়ে গেছে, হ্যাঁ, চেঞ্জ অর্ডার কিন্তু পরে আসতে পারে, অ্যামেন্ড হইতে পারে টোটাল কস্ট থেকে, দ্যাট ইজ ফাইন। কিন্তু এই বিল্ডার কি কাজ পাইছে নাকি, ট্রু। এই বিল্ডার কি পেমেন্ট স্কেজুয়ালে আসছে নাকি, ট্রু। And then how did you do it? We came here, we went to invoice, same thing. If there is estimate, so he didn't create estimate, he went directly to the invoice, create a new invoice, okay? And then he invoice was created for him, and then on that invoice he went to this, and then you can go to an edit mode, and I show you, it will not be an edit mode, it will be in like a brand new mode. And then you will add that, it'll pop up with this invoice number itself, it'll put a date on it, okay? And then you will put the description on it, add the dollar value, and then bill it. If there is any labor and material, all that you will ask the builder, how do you want it? They will guide you through. Once you create 1 or 2 invoice, then you will be very comfortable. You should be able to, save it and send it. When I click save and send, okay, what it does, it prepares the invoice for you. Look, Renee, the Mac Group is the company that takes care for Wintry. They are the management company. ম্যানেজমেন্ট কোম্পানির অ্যাকাউন্ট অ্যাক্সেস আছে আর কি, এবং ইন্স্যুরেন্সের টাকাটা কিন্তু ডিরেক্টলি বোর্ড মেম্বারকে দিবে না। ইন্স্যুরেন্সের টাকাটা আসবে এই ম্যানেজমেন্ট কোম্পানির সাথে, থার্ড পার্টির সাথে। এই ম্যানেজমেন্ট কোম্পানি সব কিছু ভেরিফাই করবে, কেউ যেন এখানে কোনো টাকা পয়সা চুরি না করতে পারে। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই দ্যাটস সো মেনি লেয়ার্স ইন আমেরিকাতে, এবং ভেরি ফাস্ট, মানে এখানে বাংলাদেশে যেমন এক টেবিল থেকে আরেক টেবিলে ফাইল যায়, হ্যাঁ, সেম থিং এখানে digitally happens, but it happens very fast. And sometimes it can slow down too, but there is no bribery. There is nobody is making extra money to get this money. Builder made $58,750, and builder said he's gonna build $58,750. There is no bribe. There is no ghush in between. কেউ, কোনো ধরনের ফালতু কাজ নাই আর কি in between. I meant to say, like, it's very straightforward. It takes time, but job gets done. You are part of it, builder is part of it, the client is part of it, the city is part of it. So we all are in a piece of puzzle. Okay, so hope you all enjoy it. We started with a location. The building need to be rebuilt. It's not been rebuilt yet, but we went through a bid summary also in Google Doc. We went to a payment schedule. Builder sent us a payment schedule, right? We went to a change order. Builder asked for a change order. This change order not approved yet, but building is going to be built by this builder. Then builder is going to get paid. We're going to negotiate, but we're going to pay him, his bills. How are we going to pay him? We are still negotiating. That's fine, right? But the work is moving forward. It can happen. ঢাকায় যদি একটা বিল্ডিং হচ্ছে বা সিলেটে একটা বিল্ডিং হচ্ছে, in between building and process, there could be a slowdown. There could be other reasons, it can happen, right? And our reasoning হচ্ছে কি, এখানে দুটো ইউনিট অ্যাড হয়েছে, so builder wants to make sure he is taken care. He shouldn't be building for free. So এটা আমরা back and forth করতেছি, এবং at the same time work is going on, and builder is ready to invoice, and he invoiced, and he already actually got paid for this one. He is asking for more money. In that case, we were going to give him another 100,000. He can do foundation work. Now he's saying, no, I need to start the little bit of plumbing work as well. এখানে যে 200,000 ছিল, এটা আসলে 225% হলে 250 হয়ে যাবে, হ্যাঁ, এবং ফাউন্ডেশনের 100। কারণ কি, এখানে কিছু প্লাম্বিং ওয়ার্ক আছে। সিটি বলতেছে ফাউন্ডেশন শুরু করতে পারবে না নিচের গ্রাউন্ড লেভেলের লাইন পাইপলাইন গুলো না বসাইলে, হ্যাঁ। সো বিল্ডার যদিও এইভাবে দিছে, আমরা অ্যাকসেপ্ট করছি, এটা কোন সর্টে আসছে উই রিয়েলি ডোন্ট কেয়ার, হ্যাঁ। বাট বিল্ডার ইজ সেইং ফ্রম দ্যাট 250 you need to give me 100,000 আর this 100,000, এখান থেকে সে 150 চাইতেছে আর কি। So say totally 100 and 250 makes 350. Out of 350 he is asking us to pay him 250. If we pay 250, এপ্রিলের 25 তারিখ গ্রাউন্ড ব্রেক হবে। গ্রাউন্ড ব্রেকে কি করবে, সে ডিগ করবে, সে পাইপলাইন বসাবে এন্ড ফাউন্ডেশন কাজ শুরু করবে। যখন ফাউন্ডেশনের কাজ শেষ হয়ে যাবে, তখন তাকে আরো 350 আরো 100,000 তাকে দিতে হবে, হ্যাঁ। বাই দ্যাট টাইম সে এখানে ইলেকট্রিক্যালের কিছু কাজ করবে, হ্যাঁ, সে শীটরকের কাজ শুরু করে দিবে। শীটরকের কাজ শুরু করলে সেখান থেকে সে বলবে আমাকে আরো 25,000 দাও। শীটরকের কাজ শুরু হয়েছে, কাজ শেষ হলে গিয়ে হয়তো সে 75 পাবে, কিন্তু আপফ্রন্টে 25 চাইতেছে, তো সে ম্যাটেরিয়াল কিনতে পারবে। তখন সে কি করবে, হি উইল গো ব্যাক টু ইউর অ্যাকাউন্টিং টিম and tell them invoice me for next thing, right, and so on. So this is, he's gonna use this on Zoho. So you learn Zoho after it, but if it would have been in QuickBook, we would have done what? So we would have gone to the QuickBook, right, and we would have just like this invoice. You already saw the invoice system and you know how to bill it, right? So you should be able to do with your trial version and all that. You should be able to do that, right? So amra this is a full life cycle of a project happens. So just to add on a real life, এখানে আসলে 10% রিটেইনেজ হোল্ড করে রাখে আর কি ক্লায়েন্টরা। বিল্ডার যখন বিল্ড করে ফেলে, তার কাজ শেষ হওয়ার পরে 3 থেকে 6 মাস পরে 10% রিটেইনেজ টাকা পে করে। সো $2.2 million about $220,000 হোল্ড করে রাখবে 90 ডেজ এর মতো। দেখবে কোনো ধরনের ফাঁকফুকর হইল, ইভেন দো ওয়ারেন্টি আছে সব কাজেরই, তারপরেও বিল্ডারের কিছু টাকা আটকে রাখা হয় ইচ্ছে করে রিটেইনেজ মানি হিসাবে। দিস ইজ দ্য আমেরিকান সিস্টেম। তো ওই 10%টা পরে বিল হবে আর কি। তখন বিল্ডার হয়তো এসে অ্যাকাউন্টিং টিমকে বলবে, ওকে দ্যাট 90 days expired, everything went well, there is no issues, or যে ইস্যুগুলো ছিল টুকটাক, এখানে এত ফ্যান কাজ করেনি বা লাইট বাল্ব কাজ করেনি, হোয়াট এভার ইট ইজ, স্মল আইটেম লার্জ আইটেম, এখানে একটু লিক ছিল, বাথরুমে একটু লিক ছিল, দিস এন্ড দ্যাট, he did fix everything and everything in good shape and he wants his 10%. He'll come back to the QuickBook or accounting system and ask you guys to bill it, and then you will have to bill it. Okay? So inshallah, I'll pause for a second I hope it's very good learning curve for you. I see 20 people joined today. These are, I would say, core group. I know some of you guys missed, and some of you, because of Ramadan, I totally understand. Make sure you see this recording. This is the most crucial recording if you want to learn American accounting system. It's not just learning the system, but understanding the business and how business gets done. So it's very, very important. So I'm going to pause. Anybody has any questions for me? Ask me freely, বাংলায় জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারো. I will try my best to answer বাংলা এবং ইংরেজি, whatever I'm comfortable with. I hope you guys are picking up, and understanding what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Why, if the business does not make sense, যে কোনো কর্নার থেকে শিখে কেন শিখতেছি, how am I gonna apply to the real life is very important, right? So শিখার পাশাপাশি এটা দেখানো উচিত সবাইকে আর কি. So Fina raised hand, so you can unmute first, then ask us, what do you want to know?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I want to know, how did you, when you saw when you show us the Excel sheet, and from there, I want to know, how did you connect it with the Zoho to do for the invoice? That connection, I didn't get it.
Okay. I did not connect anything, sister. What I did is Zoho is the accounting system. Okay. You may or may not have access all the builder folder that he shared with me. You may not, and from the accounting standpoint, you don't need all this CAT file. You don't need all these drawings and all that. Like architect firm doing a lot of drawing and stuff. But the reason we are paying for it, so we must have access to it. What if I fire this builder? What if it doesn't go through? But we paid for it, so we own it. We need this for files and folder. That's why you are collecting in the Google Doc. And then once we are ready, builder gonna go only, maybe he's gonna create an accounting folder in there, okay? And he's going to give you access. And in here, he may be gonna call this is the budget folder, right? In that budget folder, he's going to show you the payment schedule. In that payment schedule, when this is done, this is his problem between builder and the client, right? And he's only going to ask you that I am done with this part. Can you bill this client? And you will be asking, okay, I need the client information. I need the data that what you're trying to bill. And you're going to actually go to the Zoho or the QuickBook, and you're going to create that invoice with that client. So you should know by this time how to create a new client and how to create a new invoice. And then line item of the invoice will be feed from there. If you just say architectural work and bill it, he should be fine with it. If he wants to collaborate it, builder will ask you, he may text you in a WhatsApp group, add this content to it. And he could say, this is the content that he could give it to you as a subject and this line items. So you would go to the QuickBook or Zoho and add these items, and then you bill it for him. So you will have a quantity one, and when you add this number, and he'll do it for you. So some of this not an automated process. Okay. Some of the item manually, you'll have to type it in the accounting system. Okay.
So you in the, like you said, in Zoho or QuickBook, you will add him as a client and make everything ready. So whenever he asks for invoice, you'll add the number there and send it to him.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Anybody else has any other question? You can comment, or you can comment here. I will answer for you, or you can unmute yourself. Raise your hand, then unmute, so I would know who is asking questions. I have somebody asking like Google Doc এর উপর কি আর কোনো ক্লাস হবে details. I think Google Doc is very extensive way we went. I mean, Google Doc is very basic. Okay, today I showed you how to do some sum, how to do percentage. I did not show all these details. If you went through the 9th grade, 10th grade, intermediate, some of the calculus, some of the math you already did. If you came from arts background, it still should not be matter. You have done some math in school level, right? How to do percentage and how to get your numbers. You should be able to do that. You learn the basic, how to do it, and as long as you can find it, you should be good. I don't think we need more Google Doc classes, but as we go on our process journey to QuickBook and the Zoho, If something pops up, we'll come back to the Google Doc, we'll do our math, we'll do our calculation, we will make a real life bridge. Then we'll go back to our accounting system and produce this. So, and inshallah, if you missed all our Google Doc classes, please check our recording. You should be able to find it. Okay, inshallah. So that hopefully that answer your questions. Okay, I have someone else asking. I don't see any more raised hands, so I'm gonna answer this one. When we create an invoice, how do we choose between QuickBook and Zoho software? Is client suggest us? Absolutely. We don't choose. We are just gonna work for them. Okay. And if the client comes that I don't know, small business client could come, say you are the accounting expert, I don't know. At that moment, we will see our strength. Okay. Zoho is the modern day software, and it's more like a mobile device and all that. QuickBook too. But if the company already using with QuickBook, we'll go with the QuickBook. If the company suggesting Zoho, we'll go with the Zoho. And don't think that QuickBook and Zoho is enough. Sometimes some accounting firm may give their own custom software, okay? And they may ask you to work on that software. They may give you 1 week or 2 weeks to learn. They probably will give you even a couple of days to learn. If you have the previous accounting software experience, like Zoho or QuickBook, you should be able to pick up very easily, inshallah. So what is the class content subject of today's class? So today's class was content-wise put business or industry-specific, business or say full life cycle of a business. Okay, I'm gonna put this comment in there, so you can put that comment. Very good question. Full business flow. You can add that. Okay, full life cycle of a business flow. So what you just saw, the building was burned, building need to be rebuilt, right? So the community has 200 units, community run by the board members. There are 7 board members, right? Each unit is owned by the individual owner. Somebody owns 1, somebody owns 5 of them. Okay, so all the homeowners created this community. Now they have 7 board members. They are in charge to rebuild it. Okay, so they go to the insurance, they collect this money, they go to the builder. They found the builder started the process, and the construction will start. And the builder may ask to manage their accounting, or maybe the community, the board members will ask the accounting firm to track it for them. So it could be in different avenue or different area that we might be working with, right? Or it could be this both, or individually under a CPA fund. They just go to CPA firm and they take all this Google data and tell them to do our accounting. CPA firm may be hiring an accounting personnel, whether it is from Bangladesh or locally here in Dallas, and they would be doing all this data in the software. Okay, I hope this answers everyone's questions. The subject, today's topics, right? 12:38. I know it started 11:30, and I wanted to keep class within hour 15, and we did alhamdulillah very good for today's class. Next assignment will be for next week. We will not talk a lot of Google Doc. We will be talking more on the QuickBook. So if you have a trial version already set up, if you don't, keep trying it. I know QuickBook is a little bit different than Zoho. Zoho, you will not have any problem. If we can finish next week, QuickBook, it will be good for us. We will pause for 10 days, last 10 days of Ramadan. Then we'll start after Eid, inshallah, available next Saturday, not immediate Saturday, Eid is on Friday, hopefully, inshallah. And then Saturday is a day after Eid. That one we will also skip, okay, just to give you a heads up. And then subsequent Saturday, which is, like April 23rd is a Saturday. So hopefully we'll start on April 30th. Okay, before that, just to let you know, April 8th, which is next Saturday, today is April 1st, right? Next Saturday is April 8th. We will have a class next Saturday, inshallah, okay? In that class, we will have more of QuickBook Drive. In that QuickBook Drive, we will do a little bit of reporting, okay? And how reporting works, and how, you do balance sheet, how do you do profit and loss, okay? You see that balance sheet will be very big item on our next topic. Okay, we will have um, balance sheet details. We will have profit and loss. Okay, profit and loss is where you need to understand the Google Doc. So Google Doc builder created total price for him, right? And then on the budget, in the cost of building, he's gonna put numbers in there, right? So he's gonna pay out his bills. So if he's making $2.7 million, and if he is spending $2.2 million, he's making $500,000 profit, whatever it is. I'm just sending some random numbers. That cost of building, when he lined up, what is his total cost? He is even doing, what is this vendor? Like he's giving this site work, plumbing, foundation, and so on to different vendor. And each foundation vendor could have different pricing, or he's gonna filter two price from it. And then he's going to change order. He's going to put some description to it. His job will have many details. Okay. And then he's going to ask you, go to QuickBook or Zoho, and then go to the vendor, add this vendor and pay this vendor. So you will do the work in both sides. You are billing the client and you are also paying the bill to the vendor. So that will be another part that we will talk. You see right there, there is a sales, client and sales in their expenses, vendor. So vendor reports, balance sheet, those are the items we will learn. So how do you pay your bills to vendors? Okay, because the foundation guy finished his work, right? So we're going to send him, we're gonna add his details to it. He's gonna send us an invoice and we're gonna take his information, plug it in our vendor, then we're gonna pay him, cut him a check. And the owner cut the checks, but you prepared the check. And how do you do that? All this information we will go through a little bit more, inshallah. I wanted to make sure that business is there. Okay, if you don't see the business and how business is done, it will not make sense for you. It will be too much learning, and you'll be easily lost. That's why I want to connect the dot. So going from point A to point B is very important, right? And how do we get there logically is very important, right? So I hope it's very enlightening for you all. I hope it is making sense for you all. So please continue, even if we can, you see there is like 21 people here, out of these 21 people, if 100% stick to it, inshallah, we may be able to find some intern for you all and to learn more industry specific, maybe for a for-profit, maybe for a non-profit organization that you can help, inshallah. Okay. If no other, last chance, if you have any other question, raise your hand. You can ask me again in Bangla, no problem. Please, apni jebhabe comfortable feel karen, ask me. Ami chesta korbo for to my best ability. Ami Bangla, Ingreji jebhabe pari answer dibo. But I want you guys to be more comfortable with class. Don't worry about the communication. If you need to communicate in Bangla, please ask me any question. I'm pausing for 10 seconds. Anybody has any other question? Shiplu has a question. Please, brother, go ahead. Shiplu, unmute yourself. Tarpore ask me.
Assalamu alaikum
Loud, please. Your voice coming very low.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Better. Walaikum salam.
জি আমি বলতে চাইছিলাম যে আমরা তো আর ক্লাস নেক্সট রামাদান 20টা রামাদানের মতো আছে আমাদের কাছে, সো ওই রামাদানের মধ্যে আমাদের একটা ক্লাস মেবি মনে হয় আমরা করতে পারবো, আপনি যেহেতু বলছিলেন একটা অথবা দুইটা। তো এই দুইটা বা একটার মধ্যে এই সময়টার মধ্যে কি আমাদের কি কোনো হোমওয়ার্ক দেওয়া হবে?
So next homework already আমি কিন্তু বলছি, QuickBook next সপ্তাহে আমাদের QuickBook এর কাজ হবে. And I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable, our next homework, very good point. Okay, Shiblu, thank you very much. Next homework, what we want in this, let me go back to our, you can do in the WhatsApp group and give me some descriptions of what exactly in the QuickBook you are looking into it, okay? I need to know some confirmation of you all tried with the Excel spreadsheet. Where is it? Let me close all this stuff so we can show. Let's go back to our original drive. I'm gonna go to tutorial. So আমাদের এখানে যারা lead আছে, people who are leading the way in this, okay? I want you guys to, my drive, where is it? Sanabil Academy, tutorial, counting. So first of all, এই ফাইলের লিংকটা আমরা পোস্ট করব ইনশাআল্লাহ। হ্যাঁ, এখানে লগ ফাইলে যারা কোনো কোশ্চেন করছো, আমার লিড যারা আছো আমার কাছে, তাদের কাছে আমার রিকোয়েস্ট হচ্ছে যে এটা রেকর্ডিং আছে, ইউ ক্যান কপি দিস কোশ্চেন গুলো, ইম্পর্টেন্ট কোনো থাকলে এবং আমার কোনো কমেন্ট থাকলে ইউ ক্যান সামারাইজ ইট or I can answer it for you, but I want you to please add this important item that if we missed it, I cannot do everything, that's why I'm looking for your support as well. Okay, so এখানে অ্যাড করবা। আর লাস্ট থিং হচ্ছে গিয়ে we want to see some more comments. So what you're gonna do in the WhatsApp group, you put that I did item 1, 2, 3 items. You know, if you have already access, if you are struggling with the access or a trial version, excuse me. So you would put a comment that I'm having that problems. If you don't have any issues and trial version is working for you, you would go to QuickBook and you would play with it a little bit. Okay, on the QuickBook, next assignment hocche giye ami ki close kore disi. I think I closed it. Okay, so I want you to know 3 items in there. Okay, so on our, I'm gonna put right here on our next assignment. Make sure all Google Doc updated by the pro editor outcome. Okay. QBO, QuickBook. Okay. Items that you need to serve: vendor, okay, expenses, okay, more on invoice, right? Remember, if you don't do this stuff, balance sheet and profit and loss not going to work. So it's very, very important you pick up this vendor, expenses, invoice, then the profit and what is profit and loss, you know, or it could say profit and loss, I don't know, but we'll look at it. My job will be to feed you guys some of the YouTube link so you can review it. Okay, your job will be reviewing those links and then learn, and then you can put some description in this WhatsApp group. Tell us some description, like what are you learning, what do you know about the vendor, what do you know about the expenses, okay, what is the invoice, what is the profit and loss, what is the balance sheet, okay, reporting tools, last things. So, you know, the reports in QuickBook, there are reports in there, under the reports, right there. So reports, you see right there, reports, under the reports, there will be a lot of custom reports, balance sheet, there are other profit and loss, you know, a lot of items that we need to learn. So basically reporting tools. So I called it reports or reporting tools. So that's something, review it, please. If you have any other questions, let me know. Construction companies, will our clients only on construction? This is my heavy duty experience. I have shared with you clients with the construction company. If you want, I can show software company as well. I have a software company that I have been running for last 15 years. There I do a lot of accounting. Definitely I can do. And maybe in the Zoho, I will do more on the IT part of it. Okay. So Shiplu, go ahead and ask question.
যেটা বলছিলাম যে আমাদের কি কোনো স্টাডি প্ল্যান আছে, আমরা ভবিষ্যতে কি ক্লাস করতে যাচ্ছি, জানা আমি ওইটার জন্য জানতে চাইছি যে আমাদের প্রায়র লার্নিং এর ক্ষেত্রে আমরা নিজেরা আমাদের নিজের জন্য শেখার জন্য যেটা।
So নিজেদের শেখার জন্য আসলে 3 fundamental, remember, Google Doc, QuickBook and Zoho. Those 3 is what is your pipeline. Okay, this is what you need to learn. Make sure you master as much as possible. Google Doc, you have to be really well. You have to learn all the clients, all the small clients, all the vendors, all the accounting firm. Everybody use Google Doc and they expect you to know Google Doc. They are not going to teach you anything on Google Doc. How do you add? How do you find a percent of it? How do you sum up? How do you total in the bottom? All these things, and then advanced level chart, graph, pie chart, lot of things will come. So এগুলা আমি কিছু শেয়ার করবো ইনশাআল্লাহ তোমাদের সাথে, গুগল ডকের অ্যাডভান্স কিছু কোর্স ইউটিউব করে এগুলো শিখতে পারবা। And then I also will feed you guys some of the Excel and calculation part of it. There are a lot of there are brother asking for video resource. Inshallah, I will feed you and I will update you in the WhatsApp group and our editor group jara aso tara amar link gulo niya ekhane amader tutorial e add koiro like in our in this, okay, add it to the log file or add it to the class recording, okay, not the class recording, I would say on the link recording, just add those our tutorial items then when I provide you, okay, inshallah. Any other questions? If not, Jazakallah khair. It's 12:51 and I need to get going. I have other meetings as well. I appreciate everyone's join. May Allah reward you, and hopefully, it's becoming fun when you see the industry specific. Let me know on the WhatsApp group, wherever you want. Comment time to time. How do you like the class? Where improvement you need to see? Those feedback, inshallah, will help us a lot. Okay. Jazakumullahu khairan. You all have a very good night and very good day for me here and whoever else in here, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Have a good weekend. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Walaikum assalam, brother. It was a very beneficial session.
Jazakallah khair.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.